trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. It is fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown, Washington! George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
To throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense, Charles. He already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Mahomes. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. Mahomes to throw once more. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. He'll take it inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reynolds. 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down, allowed.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, he'll drop to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. In motion to tight end. 2nd and 3. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now it's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Carl Joseph. The 30. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Jacobs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second down, Felton again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
All right, second down, Felton again.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson again.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
James Robinson
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard.
Touchdown, Browns! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team Their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the ball is knocked out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Locates Mooney on the out route. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Here's Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.